The Legend, starring Dodge the Badger, Gristlefang, and Keir Starmer, written and directed by Mr. Chips.
Disclaimer: no badger's egos were harmed in the making of this tale. However, Keir Starmer may need a towel. Mud has an uncanny aim these days.
In a quiet corner of the English countryside, where rolling hills met dense, untamed woodland, there lived a man with a name as peculiar as his story: Dodge the Badger. Dodge wasn't your typical villager. He'd grown up in a badger den, and despite being fully human, he had an uncanny knack for badger-like behavior that both baffled and amused everyone who met him. The tale of Dodge began one stormy night when a baby was abandoned at the edge of Badger's Hollow. The clan of badgers that lived there was known for their curiosity, but that night their leader, a grizzled old badger named Gristlefang, took pity on the wailing infant. Against all odds and common sense, the badgers decided to raise him. Dodge learned the ways of badgerdom from an early age. He knew how to dig elaborate tunnels, hiss when threatened, and even mastered the art of the badger death roll, a dramatic move that was part intimidation, part comedy. One day, when Dodge was about 8, Gristlefang introduced him to the clan's favorite pastime: tag the human. The rules were simple. Dodge had to dodge while the badgers took turns trying to tackle him. Over the years, Dodge became a master of the game, darting through tunnels, leaping over logs, and rolling in the dirt with a speed and agility that would make any predator jealous. It was during one particularly competitive game that Dodge earned his name. As the badgers closed in, he performed an elaborate dive roll combo that left Gristlefang face first in the mud. "Dodge! Dodge the Badger!" the clan chanted in their peculiar badger speak. The name stuck. By the time Dodge turned 18, he decided it was time to venture into the human world. He walked into the nearest village wearing a badger pelt cloak, his hair slicked back with mud, and a pouch of worms tied to his belt. The villagers were understandably confused. At first, Dodge's badger-like habits caused a bit of chaos. He dug up Mrs. Pritchard's prized rose garden searching for grubs and hissed at the butcher when he tried to hand him a sausage. But Dodge also had his charms. His knack for burrowing made him a sought-after well digger, and his fearless attitude endeared him to the local children, who adored his stories about growing up with badgers. One day, trouble came to the village in the form of the local lord, Sir Keir Starmer, who demanded an unreasonable tax. The villagers were at a loss, but Dodge had a plan. "We'll challenge him to a game of tag the human," Dodge declared confidently. "Winner takes all." The villagers were skeptical, but Dodge explained the rules to Sir Keir Starmer, who, amused by the bizarre challenge, agreed. The game began in the meadow at dawn. Starmer, a portly man unused to physical exertion, was quickly outmatched. Dodge darted through the grass, leaping and rolling, while Starmer huffed and puffed behind him. At the last moment, Dodge executed his signature dive roll combo, leaving Starmer face first in the mud, just like Gristlefang years before. The villagers erupted in cheers. From that day on, Dodge became a local hero. He divided his time between the village and Badger's Hollow, where he remained an honorary member of the clan. Whenever someone asked about his strange name, Dodge would grin and reply, "It's not just a name, it's a way of life." And so, the legend of Dodge the Badger lived on, a tale of loyalty, laughter, and one man's undeniable ability to think like a badger.
What on earth makes you think I give a fuck about your opinion on my life? Until you can say you had a hand in making me the person I am today? Shut the fuck up. You didn't make me, so you can't break me. Someone's time and breath are being wasted, and it ain't mine. So you can make better use of your time by not worrying about what I do, or you can stay tuned into the show. I got more episodes coming, motherfucker.